How's it going, everybody? My name is B, and welcome back to Your Altcoins. Today, we're going to talk about some crypto on this beautiful, lazy Sunday afternoon. We're going to talk about the market. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin because it is going down, and I don't think it is done going down. And I want to bring that information to your attention. We're going to take a look at some crypto news, including some Russian news. We're going to talk about some other news I found very fascinating involving Canada and the SEC. And there's another piece of news out of Ireland that is very interesting and also very smart, if you think about it. All of that coming up. Here we are taking a look at the crypto market cap of 421 billion, down from the 450, down from the 500 billion we were at. But then again, it always seems that on the weekend, the crypto market goes down, just the way it works. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $9,400. Ethereum, just over 800. Ripple's under $1 again. Litecoin is still over 200, still holding pretty strong considering everything else that's been happening. Overall, a lot of things are down, a whole lot of red against the US dollar. Nano continues to plummet. We will talk about that later in the video. But overall, things are down, except for Digix DAO, that crypto involving gold. It continues to go up. Remember I talked about how that might be a good investment to hedge your bet against Bitcoin? Yeah, I probably should take my own advice too. And of course, the moment I take my own advice, I put money into that, it's going to go down. Just because of how it works. Murphy's Law. That's how it works. Let's take a look at the market compared to Bitcoin, because that's even more important. Here we go. Market compared to Bitcoin. Ethereum performing well against Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash, not too bad. Litecoin still performing very well against Bitcoin. 8% in the past 24 hours. Actually, there's a lot of coins performing very well against Bitcoin right now. IOTA's performing very well. Digix DAO, 11% against Bitcoin again today. Not bad. Even though Bitcoin seems to be kind of going down, there are still plenty of crypto performing against Bitcoin. Z Classic, 13% today. There you go. To start our daily look at Bitcoin, we're going to take a look at it starting at the day scale. As you can see, we are still down the past, 4 or 5 days since our recent high of nearly 12,000 US dollars per Bitcoin. Let's take off auto and take a look. Now, I'm going to pull up the fib, and then I'm going to show you something else I kind of realized as well, just to further reiterate the fact that these retracements are normal and that they happen and it's okay. So, fib from low, bam, to high, bam, right there. Low to high, we are currently in the 382 retracement level. We are approaching the 50% retracement, which means it is now worth less than 50% of its previous high. We're approaching it. That is right here on this green line. And then beneath that, you've got the 62% to 65%. The golden pocket, if you don't know what the golden pocket is in terms of charts and graphs and stocks, look it up. It's very interesting. Here's the golden pocket right down here. Let's actually switch this to the 4-hour scale to give you a better indication of what's happening here. Here we are on the 4-hour scale. You can see that this low is much more regular. On a day scale, that's just a long wick. But on a 4-hour scale, you can see the step down of the low and then the step up from the low. And then you can see the high. So that's why I wicked it off like this. So we are approaching 50% retracement of Bitcoin, which is roughly, for those of you who are listening, is roughly $8,800. Now, a full 62% retracement, golden pocket, you're looking at between $8,200 and $8,000 US dollars. $8,000 US dollars is just over top of a 65% retracement. I love how things line up like that. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, B, are we sure it's going to retrace to 50%? Are we sure it could retrace to the golden ratio, the golden pocket, to 65%? Is that normal? Watch this, guys. Watch this. Let's go back. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time to this bull run of Bitcoin. You guys remember this bull run right here? How it went from what was this valuation down here? Less than $2,000 all the way up to $20,000. You can find retracements in here that fall within the 50% to 65% range. Watch this. Let's do swing low right here. This low point, swing low. Oh God, retracement tool is not working. Swing low, there we go. To swing high, like that. And if you look, this retracement is very, very close. Very, very close. Let me just do this to the 50% range right there. There's one example. How about we go back a step, right? We went from this low to this high. Let's go from this low to this high and do the Fibonacci retracement from there. So this low to this high. And if you look, this low got into the golden pocket, 62%, 65% retracement. So even during the bull run, and we can do this over and over. Watch. Let's go from this low right there to this high right there. And it actually went below the 50%. So this swing low to swing high retraced below 50%. This swing low to swing high retraced 65%. And then this swing low to swing high retraced just less than 50% over and over and over again. And these three swings from low to high, low to high, low to high are the step from April. We're looking at April all the way to end of November, early December. 3 steps. High, low, high, low, high, low from April to November. And all of this during the parabolic curve going up of Bitcoin. So it is absolutely possible to see right now Bitcoin come down to at least 50%. And more than likely, considering everyone's not quite sure, are we in a bull market, are we in a bear market, you're probably going to see it hit the 62% retracement, which means you're going to see it probably an $8,000 Bitcoin. If we don't, I will be so happy. That means the market sentiment is still very bullish. If we don't see a 50% retracement, if it gets down to here, right? Let's actually turn off auto, zoom in. Oh, and for those of you asking, I am currently using TradingView, link in the description down below for charting. For those of you wondering what tools I am using here, I would absolutely be so excited if Bitcoin just touched the 50% right here and then boom, shot up. I would love it. That would be a bullish sentiment of the state of the overall market. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I think it's going to hit the 50. I think it might bounce up, tease the 382, and then I think it'll come back down into the golden pocket. I still think that's an inevitability. That's just my opinion. Clearly, I'm not a professional financial advisor. That's just what I feel is going to happen based off the fact that people are so uncertain about the state of the market, about the state of crypto. Are we in bull? Are we in bear? Are we just going to go sideways for a little while and consolidate? Who knows? I think that's going to happen. That's just me. So let's take a look at some of the crypto that we talked about the other day, the one of which was Nano. Ray blocks. If you remember in the previous video, actually someone commented on the previous video and said, thank you for the suggestion. I made 15% money by buying Nano at a lower price. I'm glad somebody took my advice. Nano hit a really good high the other day. Nano, which used to be Ray blocks. Great project. Amazing project. Hit a high. It went on this insane parabolic curve. This is the 4-hour candles here. Let's maximize this to easily see it. Parabolic curve, right? From a low of about 6,000 Satoshis to a high about 16, almost 17,000 Satoshis. This is a percentage increase greater than 100%. Let's grab the long tool. Long tool. From swing low to swing high, you're looking at a 182% increase in price in a matter of what? 5 days, 4 days? It went on a crazy run. But then you start to see these insane wicks. And let me switch to the day candles. Right now we're at 4 candles, right? 4-hour candles, you see these massive wicks up here? Let's go to a day candle and truly show you the picture. So here we are on the day candle, and you guys heard me talk about how this massively long wick up here was a signal that things might be bad. The wick came all the way down to the top of this green, but closed the day up here, but you still had this massively long wick that you guys have a hard time seeing. Let me draw it for you. The wick comes from the top of the swing high all the way down to here. This is how long the wick is on this candle. Massive, massive wick. Clear indication that the bears are pushing. Now, here you go, a bearish engulfing candle. The body of this bearish candle is engulfing the entire body of this bullish candle. That is a very bearish sentiment. You're going to see Ray blocks get down here into the golden ratio. You might even see Ray blocks get down here into the 78% retracement level. It is within the realm of possibility. So here you go, parabolic green curve going up, going up, going up. Red candle down. This 4-hour red candle that engulfed 2 green candles was a clear indication we were retracing, and it has now touched off the 50%. So for those of you who sold up here and then followed my advice where you stacked your buys in here, remember that part of the video yesterday where I said stack your buys in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You would have filled every single one of your buys during this wick down here and have rebought in at Nano. What's the percentage on that? Let's find the percentage on that. If you went short, let's say roughly here. Let's say roughly here. You're not going to go short at the top. It's impossible. Let's say you go short here and you bought in down here. You're looking at an increase of 23%, which means if you sold out and bought back in, you would have had 23 more Nano, 23% more individual Nano tokens than before. That's the beauty of selling out and buying back in lower. Now, I don't think it's done. If, for those of you who are on Nano, and use this advice for any crypto, if you see some confirmation that we're going below the 50 right here, right? This right here is the 50% line. If we're going below that, if you see a candle close beneath this and you get a feeling that it's going to go lower, I would start to stack my buys right in this box. Right in this box. This is the golden pocket. I would stack 5 buys in this box. Line. I'd start stacking at just over $10,000, maybe $10,200, and I'd start stacking my buys all the way down to $9,800. I'd stack 5 layers of buys in there because that is the golden pocket. Take a look at some videos talking about the golden pocket when it comes to Fibonacci and stuff. It's very fascinating. It's a very common retracement level, basically. So that's what I would do. That's just me. And for those of you that took my advice about getting out of Nano at the time and buy in later, I'm not saying get out of Nano if you love the project. I'm saying you get out of it to buy more later, because who wouldn't want to have more Nano if you love Nano or any other crypto when it comes to this advice? And here we are taking a look at this weird DGD, Digix DAO that is just continuously going up. What is this? This is the 18th, this is a 17th right here. Started going up from the 17th. From low to high, we're looking at an increase of 102% in that time. Digix DAO just steadily climbs and steadily climbs and steadily climbs. Just keeps on rocking. And again, I don't own Nano and I don't own Digix DAO. I just point these out to you because I want you guys to win. I want you guys to do well while Bitcoin is kind of going sideways. Oh, Cardano. Cardano's showing some signs of life. Is it an absolute confirmation that the sad times are over? No. But Cardano's showing some signs of life. So here is the Fibonacci retracement I have set up from the swing low, from the ultimate low we have here to the ultimate high we have here. And it has gone through the 618 ratio. And it shows some consolidation down here just over top of this resistance level on Cardano, right? Here is all this chop in Cardano right through there. I'll draw a nice red line through there so you can see it. Like, boom, right through there. All this chop, all this chop, all this chop. And it met this resistance. It double touched the resistance, and now it's swinging up. Is this the indication that it's bull time for Cardano? It could be. It could be. This could be. You've got a double touch down here, a double low, and it's going up. There is a very strong chance that we're starting to see, finally, an upswing on Cardano and its value. So if you like Cardano, this right here may be the time. Again, do further research, listen to other technical analysis, speak about Cardano. This might be the time down here to purchase it. You're buying Cardano at less than 65% of its all-time high up here. Less than 65%. You're buying Cardano at 65% off. Insane. Like right now, the price right here, this orange line is the 65% off line. That's a great deal. You're buying Cardano 65% off while the market is still kind of figuring its thing out. When the market goes, you know Cardano's going too, because Cardano's a great project. I don't know about you, but I might be interested in getting some Cardano right now. Let's start taking a look at the news. Northern Ireland property developer to accept Bitcoin as payment option. Guys, this is incredibly smart. If I was a company, if I owned a business, I would right this second. I don't care what the business is. I don't care if I'm selling tomatoes. I don't care if I'm selling homes. I don't care if I'm selling sneakers. I would accept Bitcoin as payment. Why? All of us in the crypto space, I mean, those who listen, you guys are pretty smart. You're in crypto like way ahead of the population. We all believe that Bitcoin is going to be worth $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. Some people say $1 million down the road, right? People believe Bitcoin with Lightning Network and SegWit is going to become the internet form of money. We all believe Bitcoin is at a very low and it's going to be worth more, right? Even just double. Let's just say we all can just nice and calmly say that Bitcoin is worth $16,000, is worth $20,000. Why not sell a $200,000 home right now for the equivalent of $200,000 of Bitcoin and then hold the Bitcoin? Why not sell a $50 set of sneakers for $50 of Bitcoin and then just hold the Bitcoin? It's such a lucrative concept that I'm glad many other people, like this real estate company in Northern Ireland, are getting on. And as other companies start doing this, and they start profiting, and then their neighboring companies look over at that company and go, wait, why is that company doing so good? Why are their profits up 50% this year? Then they're going to start asking questions. And then they're going to dive in and go, wait, what is this Bitcoin thing? You mean to tell me that Bitcoin, when you bought that house, when you sold that house, was worth $6,000, $8,000, $10,000, and now it's worth $15,000? So you didn't sell the house for $200,000, you sold that house for $350,000? Other companies, I mean, remember, companies are in this world to make money. And if Bitcoin proves to make more money than regular money, other companies are going to get in. Guys, I can't stress enough how absolutely phenomenally amazing this Bitcoin movement is. If you do not own Bitcoin, if you are just in altcoins, you need to reallocate some of your funds to get in Bitcoin. Personally, I am not worth enough to do so. I wish I was worth more. I'm trying to find ways to have more crypto holdings so that I can do things like this. I want to just start storing Bitcoin on my Nano, on my ledger, and keep it offline and just sit on it. I'm trying to find ways. I can't stress enough how powerful Bitcoin is going to be and the movement of Bitcoin is. Because whenever any of these big corporations around the world, big business around the world think about crypto, Bitcoin is what comes to their mind. And whenever you're a general consumer who's never heard of crypto, when they first hear about crypto, they hear about Bitcoin. I own 0 Bitcoin, guys. And I can't stress enough how important this is. Moving right along, Mr. Putin, without mentioning blockchain, says that Russia must stay ahead in technology, which therefore lends you to believe that he's referring to blockchain technology. There have been multiple articles over the past little while about Russia wanting to create their own blockchain, etc., etc., etc. The only problem is a lot of people want to slap the word blockchain onto something and then think that it's going to solve their issues. A blockchain that is not open source, a blockchain that is not immutable, run by miners, etc., proof of work, etc., isn't necessarily the same thing as Bitcoin. The reason why Bitcoin is so powerful and so unhackable is even if you owned the entire computing power of the planet, you could not do anything more than affect the number of transactions of the previous day. The amount of work it takes to affect the network a day back, 2 days back, a week back is so far beyond anything we are capable of doing. That's the beauty of blockchain. It is immutable. The further back a block is, if you go back a day or 2 days, that block is secured and uneditable. And it is beautiful. Now, banks are going to try and slap the word blockchain under the stuff. And is that really the same thing as the power of Bitcoin? Not necessarily. It's not open access. It's not openly innovated on. If you guys want to hear more about why Bitcoin is so amazing and so powerful, and why these banks and these other corporations, when they try and make blockchain, won't have the same level of success, go and listen to Andreas Anthonopoulos. Go and listen to Andreas Anthonopoulos' videos, his stand-ups, his presentations. He'll make a believer out of you. It's very, very powerful. Now, this last piece of news is actually very, very important. Very, very important. I'll save it for last. I really want to take time to talk about this. Canada. TD Bank bans credit card purchases of crypto following global trend. This, in and of itself, isn't a huge deal, right? It's not the first bank to block purchases of crypto using credit card. And then the article talks about how Royal Bank is like, go ahead, you can buy Bitcoin with this and that and whatever. So some banks are for it, some banks are against it, but the bottom of this article starts to talk about a subject that I'm very, very passionate about, and I really want to continue to hammer to you guys. In a contrasting move for the local industry, on February 13th, a Canadian stock exchange announced that it will soon launch its own blockchain-based securities clearing and settlement platform. Emphasis on platform. That will help companies raise funds and fully regulated security tokens issued by the exchange. So this article was released on February 14th. The Canadian Securities Exchange, the CSE, basically the Canadian SEC, announced yesterday they will soon launch a securities clearing and settlement platform based on the Ethereum blockchain that lets companies raise capital with security tokens. The security world, stocks, bonds, insurance, etc., etc. All of that, all of Wall Street, all the big money doesn't get into crypto because it's not legit, it's not regulated, it's not safe to invest in. There's no funnel, there's no roadway to go from that big money place to crypto. The Canadian Securities Exchange has announced recently that they're creating a platform based on the Ethereum network that will allow these big companies to raise their capital, to do capital investing, capital raising in the form of securities tokens. As opposed to ICO, you're going to have an STO, a security token offering, as opposed to initial coin offering. ICOs are labeling themselves as utility tokens, avoiding all the regulations of the SEC. But with this platform, there's a platform coming that is trying to create a roadmap to allow the big money to come into crypto using security tokens. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. We're talking a $10 trillion corporation, a $10 trillion world trying to come to crypto, and there's a platform to do it. Massive. Massive, massive, massive. And I'm going to be talking about this again over the next couple of days. I have a video coming out talking about a program, a crypto that is being that securities. It is also a Canadian platform. This crypto I want to talk about is a Canadian platform. So is this particular crypto the platform that this article is talking about? Could be. Could be. But you guys are going to have to wait on that for a little bit. So as always, guys, I hope you found some value in this video. As always, I don't want to turn you a transaction. I'm never going to charge you guys for anything. I'm just going to continue to give you guys free information, free of charge, free for free. I'm going to keep saying that over and over. So many people think I'm going to open like this random course or put things behind a paywall. Not a chance. Everything I learned, I'm giving to you for free. And if you found it valuable, give it to a friend. Share this with a friend so they can find some value as well and talk about the beauty of Bitcoin and crypto. If you are still here, subscribe to us and join us. We are almost at 50,000 subscribers. I may do a lovely face reveal at 50,000 subscribers. You guys don't want to see that, but I'm going to do it anyways because why not? And if you haven't hit that bell icon, hit the bell icon so you know when my videos go live. And as always, thank you very much for watching.